So today we're doing a deep dive into a pamphlet that, it just completely changed everything. Thomas Paine's Common Sense from 1776.
It's hard to overstate its impact. It's just colossal.
Right. And the mission for you, as you listen, is to really get how Paine took what was basically a local fight over taxes and turned it into this huge struggle for all of humanity.
And that's the genius of it. You have to remember, this is early 1776. Most colonists were still just thinking about, representation or lower taxes.
They weren't thinking about revolution.
Not on this scale. Then Paine comes in with this pamphlet, written in plain language, and suddenly tells them they're the main characters in this global epic.
And he doesn't ease into it. He starts right out with this claim that must have sounded, well, just unbelievable at the time.
Oh, absolutely. He says, the cause of America is in a great measure the cause of all mankind.
That's not just a political slogan. That's a moral mission statement. It just changes the stakes completely.
Exactly. And it all builds to that incredible, famous plea for the new nation to stand forth and prepare in time an asylum for mankind.
An asylum. He's saying they have a duty not just to themselves, but to the entire world to build this safe haven.
A moral obligation.
But to get people on board with that, he first had to break down their old loyalties. How do you convince people to abandon the whole idea of England as the parent country? That identity ran so deep.
He did it with a really brilliant pivot. He didn't just attack the idea, he replaced it. He argued that Europe and not England is the parent country of America.
So he broadens the definition.
Instantly, he points out that people came from all over Europe fleeing persecution. He says this new world was always meant to be an asylum for the persecuted lovers of civil and religious liberty from every part of Europe.
So you weren't some ungrateful child rebelling. You were a refugee claiming your real, much bigger heritage.
Exactly. It's an empowering shift.
Okay, so once he redefines their identity, he immediately ties it to peace and security, doesn't he? He paints a pretty grim picture of Europe.
He does. He says Europe is too thickly planted with kingdoms to be long at peace. His argument is, if you stay connected to Britain, you will constantly be dragged into their wars.
Wars that have nothing to do with you.
Nothing at all. So separation wasn't just about liberty. For Paine, it was a practical strategy for securing a lasting peace.
And he even adds this layer of divine destiny to it.
He does, yeah. He points out that the discovery of America came right after the Reformation, and he suggests that wasn't a coincidence.
So it was God's plan.
That's the implication, that the Almighty intended to open a sanctuary to the persecuted in future years, when home should afford neither friendship nor safety. It makes the revolution feel fated.
And that prophetic tone really comes through in his language. It's so urgent.
It's incredible. He's not writing a legal argument. He's writing a call to arms. He says, O ye that love mankind, ye that dare oppose not only the tyranny but the tyrant, stand forth.
He's appealing directly to their higher ideals, to their sense of justice.
And to their outrage over the cruel disposition of the British court. It's emotional, it's powerful, and it's heroic.
So he's covered morality, destiny, security. But there's also a really strong practical argument in there, which I think people sometimes forget, the economic case.
Yes, and this was profoundly radical. The whole system was built on the colonies serving the empire. Paine just flips that on its head.
How so?
He just says it plainly. America's plan is commerce. Its destiny is to trade freely with everyone. He argues that it's in the interest of all Europe to have America a free port.
So independence doesn't mean isolation and enemies.
No, in his view, it means friendship and prosperity, because the whole world would want to trade with a free America. It's a vision of economic self-determination that was incredibly appealing.
So to sum it up, in this one short pamphlet, Paine gives the colonists a brand new identity and a world-changing mission.
He does. They're no longer just angry subjects. They are now the heroes in a universal fight for freedom, the founders of a global haven.
That reframing of a local problem into a universal cause is what lit the fuse.
It absolutely is.
So that leaves you with a final thought, really. If Common Sense cast America as a hero of this revolutionary epic, what ongoing moral responsibility does that original vision, the vision of a universal asylum, place on the nation today? That's the question Paine's words still ask.